Okay, good afternoon, everyone. So I am team leader of Group 3, Team 4. I am Yin Ju. This is Noel. This is Yixuan, Serge, Kokolin, and Xin Yi. So today we will be talking about the audience analysis, the content selection, and content gathering, outline creation. I will pass it to Noel.
Hi, I'm Noel. As said by Intu, we're supposed to present about effective communication. Why is effective communication important? Mastering verbal and non-verbal communication skills is necessary for your personal and professional life. Whether it is in personal relationships or professional setting, being able to communicate clearly and effectively can change and make all the difference. First, let's consider maintaining strong relationships. Effective communication fosters trust. When we're able to express ourselves and listen actively to others, we give them the opportunity to do the same. This openness not only deepens our connection, but also avoid any conflicts that may arise later on. Expressing feelings is also important in communication, because we are not just exchanging information, but we are also sharing our emotions. When we share our feelings, we avoid misunderstandings. Like, for example, when we communicate in text, it's hard for us to figure out what the other person on the other line is feeling, and this may lead to some sort of misunderstanding. Next, networking. Networking allows us to build relationships that can lead to opportunities and collaborations with business firms and business partners. Lastly, customer relationship management. Although networking with business partners is important, relationship management is also just as important. In business, effective communication is needed to understand and meet what the customers want. How can we give what the customers want if we don't know what they need? Clear communication not only enhances customer satisfaction, but also fosters loyalty. When a customer feels heard and valued, they're more likely to come back and even recommend our services to other people. For this presentation, we thoroughly analyzed our audience and gathered information that would be of relevance to them. Our audience consists of both male and female, usually aged 18 and above, because at 18 and above, we're at that pivotal stage where effective communication may shape our future. Whether you're a student, teacher, manager, leader, or a recent graduate, we all rely on communication to connect and collaborate. We invite every person of very cultural background to learn the art of perfecting effective communication. Considering that we're all from different and unique backgrounds, effective communication can allow us to deepen our connections and create stronger bonds. That's all for my part. I'll pass it to Intu.
Okay, so basically, effective communication is important for different kinds of people, for each with their own traits and needs. So firstly, we're gonna think about personality traits, alright? So different personality types, like we have introverts, extroverts, ambiverts, and omniverts. So we have 4 types, but the common types that I will be talking about is the extroverts and introverts lah. So different personality types, like introverts and extroverts, like what I say, need different ways of communication. So extroverts basically enjoy a lively and interactive conversation, while the introverts maybe they just prefer clear and detailed communication. Like they don't really want to talk much. They don't really like eye contact. They'll just pass it on. Okay, so people who are agreeable. I don't know if any one of you know about your own MBTI. Have everyone heard about MBTI? So MBTI, if you don't know, we have, okay, let me explain it. So basically we have 2 F and T. So F, for those who are like ISFP, They are basically based on feelings. They are more like some agreeable, we so-called agreeable people. So agreeable people usually prefer like friendly and more positive tones. And meanwhile the T, the diligent ones, they usually prefer more like detailed and organized information. They are like one straightforward and one you might consider the feelings. So by matching our messages to a person's personality, we can connect better and engage them more effectively. So next we are going to consider social class. So people from different economic background need messages that relate to their lives. Like for example, for wealthier audiences, messages often focus on like luxury and exclusivity. They prefer like professional and data. They focus on like more detailed data. They don't believe on like people's beliefs are like people's gossips. They need like an evidence of proof to say that your statement is true or not. And for like those with lesser money, right? We often need to talk about like practical budget things, like how to save money or whatever. Like how can you calculate the things on like comparing things or whatever. So like practical and more budget friendly communication is more appropriate for those who have lesser money. It's not like saying that they are poor, but they earn more lesser than the one with the wealthier one. So sometimes understanding the financial challenges of different social class, they will help us to create and build trust and connection within each other. So finally, we are talking about lifestyle too. People with different lifestyle appreciate messages that are related to their lives. Like health conscious people, of course, you are not going to talk about anything unrelated to health conscious. Like suddenly you talk something that is out of the gym or maybe eat unhealthy. So while digital nomades, like those who are very addicted or known for technologies, of course you're going to talk some technological terms, or maybe you're going to talk some technological development that is happened recently. Of course you are not going to talk out of the topic, they won't be interested. So by tailoring our messages to fit their lifestyles or their specific conversations, we need to make them more relevant and more impactful. So in short, effective communication means that considering a person's personality, social class and lifestyle. So this way we can engage them more effectively and connect more deeply. So now I'll pass on to Yixuan.
Hi, my name is Dang Xuan. The first is difference between verbal and non-verbal communication. For the verbal communication, it's let people giving quick feedback and making conversation clear and easy to understand. Using the tone and emotion, it's helped to create a personal connection, which improves the engagement and the whole message. For the non-verbal communication, it's helped to understanding by giving visual clue like gesture and facial expression that show the speaker intent. Second is adapting various communication style. It allows people to connect effectively with different listeners by adapting their ways. It also makes the message clear and make sure the meaning is understood in different situations and culture. And the third is developing emotional intelligence. It helps people understand and manage their emotions, leading to better self-control. It also improves relationships by fostering empathy and understanding of other feelings. And the next is importance of effective feedback. Effective feedback helps people improve by showing their strength and area to work on. When feedback is clear and helpful, it will create a supportive environment that promotes open communication and build trust among key members. And the communication. Effective communication is help to build strong relationship by creating trust and teamwork among team members. That's all my part. Thank you. Now move to my team member.
Good afternoon, everyone. I will start my part for the subject gathering. For the first, let's start with speaking clearly. George Bernard Shaw said the biggest problem in communication is thinking it happened when it didn't. This means we often think people understand us when they don't. So it's important to make sure what we say is clear and that the other person understands. For the second, communication isn't just word. Peter Drucker said the most important thing in communication is hearing what isn't said. Body language, facial expression, and tone of voice all matter. For example, if someone looks uninterested, we can adjust how we talk to keep them engaged. For the third, why does good communication matter? Warren Buffett, a very successful businessman, says improving communication skill can make you 50% more valuable. This means the better you speak and listen, the more successful you can be at work and in life. For the last, Maya Angelou say people will forget what you say, but they will never forget how you make them feel. This shows that making people feel heard and respect is important. When we connect emotionally, we build strong relationships. That's all for my part. I will pass to Coco.
Good afternoon, everyone. I'm Coco. Today I'm going to talk about my part, which is the topic outline of effective communications. Our general purpose is to inform you about the audience and about the key aspects of effective communications. Besides that, we explore what it means to communicate effectively and how we all can improve our communication skills. Specifically, I aim to explain the principles of effective communication and how they contribute to better understanding in our interaction with others. So by the end of these presentations, you should have practical tools and enhance your communication abilities. Moving on with our central idea, which is the effective communications, involve three crucial elements such as clarity, active listening, and appropriate feedbacks. This is to ensure messages are understood and mutual understanding is achieved. So now, let me pass it to other speaker, Gao Xingyi, who will present the main points of benefit effective communications.
Hi, good afternoon, everyone. Let's start with our next please. Thank you. So let's start with our first main point, clarity in communications. Clarity is key when delivering any message. First, use clear and concise language. Avoid using complicated terms or jargon that might confuse your audience. Second, make sure your message is straightforward and to the point. Finally, tailor your message to your audience. Consider their backgrounds and understanding level to ensure your message is relatable. Moving to our second main point, active listening. Active listening is about fully engaging with the speaker. Focus on the speaker without distraction. This shows respect and allows you to understand their message better. Practice effective by putting yourself in the speaker's shoes. Reflect on what they are saying to demonstrate that you understand. Finally, ask questions. This not only clarifies the message but also shows your interest in the conversation. Our last main point is providing and receiving feedback. Feedback is an essential part of effective communication. When giving feedback, make it constructive, focus on what can be improved while also acknowledging strengths. Be open to receiving feedback yourself. Approach it with an open mind and willingness to learn. Use feedback as a tool for growth. It helps improve not just your communication skill, but also your relationship. So next, please. So So this is our all resources page. So thank you for listening.
Sorry, can I see your slides from the first one? Sorry. Alright, okay. If you guys can see, they have actually used one template for their entire presentation, which works. Okay, it makes the entire presentation looks unified, although it is presented by different people. And this is something, if you are not doing it already, you should do it for your stage 2. So good job. And topic selection and all that, no problem. You explain well. Audience analysis also well explained. And outline creation. I would like to hear a little bit more about your content gathering. I feel that that is the one part that is lacking. Okay, I did not hear anything at all about your experience of looking for sources, etc. That should have been included. All the other parts are strong, I feel, except that one. In terms of speakers, quite good. 3 of you stood out because, you know, obviously you presented without having to read. Okay, so I think it's a clear division. These people off the cuff, those people depended on your script a little bit, but still not bad, I would say. You didn't like read all the time. You read and you looked up, you read and you looked up. Maybe you can improve this even further for your stage 2. Okay, less reliance on your script, then you'll be even better. But I like the fact that everyone, you know, good voice projection, very clear, okay, and you all look like one team, which is good. Okay, all right, okay, thank you.